after these
back, and Tracy stands on the 15. The kick long, and it'll go to the 8, taken on the 8 to the 10 to the 15 to the 20 to the 25 to the 30 to the 35 and knocked down. Tracy came straight up the middle and brought it back to the 35 and got knocked down. Lebanon takes over.
27 yards on that return by Tracy Corley. And Lebanon's offensive front, Hatfield, Atchley, Hicks, Rose, and Dunaway. In the backfield for Lebanon, we've got Triplett, the quarterback, the tailback in Montoya Crutchfield, and Zach Dirksen in there at fullback.
So Lebanon leading 16-0. Start the second half, and we take it and we run Crutchfield for 5, and he got 9 to the 44. Montoya Crutchfield crossed to 40 and got to the 44 and got 9 on the first carry right off his left tackle. Great block by our fullback that time and a good double team on the tackle.
Benji Olham checks in at a split receiver position. Joe Gardner also comes in for the Blue Devils.
Lebanon to the line of scrimmage. And I think Kendall's our tight end. I haven't seen Ogle in there at tight end in a while. He's playing the tight end on this side. We take it and run our fullback Dirksen. He crosses the 45, got the first down, and got to the 47 and got 3 and got a first down. So, Tommy, you can check Scott Ogle out down there. He's not playing tight end at the moment.
Ogle missed probably the last couple of series at tight end and definitely the last series at linebacker with either a hand or an elbow problem. Michael King up from the sideline told us that they had taped his arm at halftime, but I wonder exactly how reliable that information is.
Slot left. I said sweep Crutchfield. And he won't find much daylight as he'll not get back to the line. He lost a yard, and then I think we might have clipped 2. There's 2 flags thrown by the referee. He threw one back on the 40, and then he threw one on the 45, and he calls holding. And that's going to penalize us probably back to the 35. We were trying to run a sweep, Tommy, and just no room whatsoever. And we held in the process, too.
Looked like Dirksen, the fullback, got flagged. And that second flag the official dropped, I believe, was to mark the spot of the foul, maybe. And Lebanon with the negative yards. And here comes Bentley and Corley in with the play. Marlowe C. is now the fullback for Lebanon.
Lebanon going into that win at the moment, and they'll spot the ball back on the 34-yard line. We've got to go all the way down to the 43, I think, of Columbia, where we have to go for the first down. We need about 24 yards. We run that sweep to Bentley. He's on the 30. He's at the 35. He's outside at the 40s to the 45, and he got to the 47, and we got another late flag back here. Late flag thrown by the umpire way away from the play, at least 20 yards. We'll have to check the penalty.
And he picked it up as quickly as he threw it, Bruce. And the referee is explaining to him, well, we do have a hold. That is the call. Holding against Lebanon.
Well, that flag was probably at least 20 yards away from the play. And he threw it, and then he went and tried to catch it before it hit the ground. And he called holding on Lebanon and penalized them back to the 24. Strange call. Coach Martin Medley trying to get Matt Huddleston, the referee's attention. I don't understand that one at all. He's talking to Ken Melton now. The umpire, Tommy, threw that flag after the play was almost over.
Bruce looking down on the sideline. Scott Ogle is on the sideline. He has his right hand heavily taped, and there is a pad on his hand. We'll see if he plays defense.
First down in 35. We run that inside trap to Gardner, and he got 3, and he got knocked backwards on the 27. He trying to run that inside trap. He picked up about 3 out of it as they spot it now. Let's see where they spot it. I think only to the 26. He got 2. And it's going to be second down and I think 32 or 3 long anyway.
Columbia operating out of the 50 defense. They use a strong safety, a defense very similar to what we run.
So 2 holding penalties here have really hurt Lebanon on field position. And especially since they're going into the wind. It's hard to put it up in the air. However, they do, and they got Demont Stone on the 35, and he caught it. and he got knocked down on the 39 as we run the hot right over the middle. DeMont Stone caught it on the 35 and raced to the 39 and got knocked down, and we're still third, and now we need about 20. We're on the 39. We've got to go to Columbia's 43 to get a first down. Lebanon out of the huddle. Corley comes out. Benji Oldham comes in at wide receiver. Joe Gardner split to the left. I set. Take it. Looking for Oldham over the middle and hit and dropped on the 50, and a flag over there on the 41. We've got another flag down. Check the flag. As Oldham was running a curl, and they say Lebanon illegal motion. He moved, and Columbia will refuse this penalty, and Lebanon will have to punt. 16-0, 7:52 in the third quarter.
Terry, a lot of flags so far in the game against Lebanon. What about those?
Tommy, 5 penalties, 40 yards against Lebanon. Columbia has not been penalized in the ballgame.
Alex Skullrood back to punt for the Blue Devils and checking the deep man. Normally they have Pillow deep to return. They don't have him back there. Deep to return is Tim Frierson.
Snap is back, and the punt is away. A pretty good one into a win. And they'll fumble it, and we recovered it. Corley has recovered a fumble on the 25. Columbia man came up to catch it on the 25, and he dropped it on the 26, and Corley just came by and scooped it up, going to the ground on the 26-yard line, first down Lebanon.
Bruce on the short hop. Tracy Corley picked that one up. Frierson back to return it. Lets the ball get on the ground, and Tracy comes flying down as one of the quick coverage people, and Lebanon turns the field position around. Terry, a pretty good kick by Alex.
24 yards, Tommy, into a very stiff win.
So there's been some strange happenings by Columbia's kickoff and punt receiving team. They take it and they run Crutchfield, big hole, and he crossed the 25 and got to the 22. The hole closed up at the 21. It was a big gaping hole over here, and he got 5 out of it to the 21. 2nd and 5 as Montoya Crutchfield came off his left tackle and got 5 with 7 minutes in the third quarter. Out of the huddle, Corley splits wide to the right. Gardner's a slot back, Triplett's a quarterback. Carlos Kendall tight end. Dirksen and Montoya runs into the 20 and breaks the tackle and gets to the 19. I think Marlowe sees their fullback now. Got close to the 19. Crutchfield did. They'll spot it on the 19. It's going to be 3rd down and 3. 3rd and 3 for Lebanon.
Carlos Kendall in there at tight end replacing Scott Ogle. Ogle with the banged up right hand, and he's wearing a big pad on that right arm as he's on the sideline, and Kendall, the junior, taking his spot at tight end.
Slot left, Triplett calling signals. Long count trying to draw him offside, and we take a timeout. There's timeout on the field. Lebanon leading 16-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds. 3, Triplett to the line. Slot left, I set. Calling signals and a long count, and he gives it to Crutchfield. He got hit, and then he broke away and got to the 17. I think he might be a yard short. He got hit on the 19 and got away to the 17, where it's going to be 4th down, and looking from here, it might be a yard. 4th and a yard. We've got to go to the 16, may need a yard and a half.
Short yardage offense, and Marlowe C. and Zach Dirksen are the 2 fullbacks. So we've got the Ogle is out. Dirksen and C, the 2 fullbacks, Montoya Crutchfield at the eye back.
And we're in that power eye right. We need a yard and a half, and we run it, and Crutchfield broke it outside and got tackled on the 15 and got a first down. He hit it up into the middle and then seen some daylight to the left and broke it outside and got a first down on a 14.
Terry, Montoya's had some carries tonight. What about that yardage?
Already 19 carries in the ballgame, Tommy, 65 yards.
Actually, they'll spot it closer to the 15. We'll call it the 15. 5:05 to play, and Lebanon going into the wind, leading 16-0 on Columbia. Columbia hurrying a man off the field and barely gets off. Lebanon in a power eye left. Run fake Crutchfield, look in the end zone, pass in the end zone. Caught, touchdown, DeMont Stone. DeMont Stone, 15-yard touchdown from Greg Triplett.
Great play fake as we were still in the short yardage offense. Faked the dive to Montoya. The defense gives one-on-one coverage with Damon Stone, and that was a mismatch. Touchdown pass from Triplett to Damon Stone. Lebanon on top 22-0. Hicks will snap it. Joe Gardner will put it down, and Greg Triplett will attempt the PAT.
So the fumble very costly for Columbia. Snap is back. Gardner puts it down. Triplett kicks it, missed it wide to the right. There's a flag on the play. So wait and see what the flag is. The kick was off to the right. And Columbia, I think, had 12 people on the field, didn't he? Is that the signal you're getting, Tommy? They got too many men on the field?
That's right, Bruce. Too many people. Illegal participation. And
half the distance. I think we're going for 2.
Going for 2, and here comes that short yardage offense back out on the field. 2 fullbacks. Stone is a receiver. Carlos Kendall is a receiver. And now Lebanon going for 2.
So 12 men, I think, on the field. Lebanon going to go for 2 and give it to C, and he got it. C got the extra point, 24-0. Lebanon 4:49 in the third quarter, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Plays the touchdown coming on a Damont Stone reception from Greg Triplett. Marlowe C carries in the 2-point conversion. 4:49 left in the third quarter. Lebanon leads 24-0.
C kicks off, and he'll try to kick it to Sewell, but he won't get there at the 18, and they try to get outside and knocked out on the 20.